Hello. Good morning. Uh, Morning Pages live from Dublin, like we always do. And because we're coming up to Christmas or, the winter holidays, depending on what your religion, if anything, is, um, the notion of perfect kind of comes into my head. I was watching something on Headspace lately. And on Headspace, sometimes they have these therapists, and the therapist had asked the therapist session. And in it, the viewer was saying, how can I how can I be everything to everyone, basically, a husband, and it struck me as he came on with his advice on, self-care and compassion and all that. It struck me how often we can relate perfect to this practice of doing pages and connecting to ourselves and getting down to what's under the veneer. Habit. I have a mask. I'm pretty sure you have a mask too. Hello, Eva. How are you? We're talking masks and the fear we have of dropping them, and how it can be good for us to let it drop every once in a while, like to turn up online with your hair like that. And orange in an orange room. A little part of me is uncomfortable with that. A little part of me is deeply uncomfortable. Going, how are you going to get the followers? When we put ourselves out there, when we say, no, no, I'm taking 10 minutes. I'm going to take 10 minutes. I'm going to write. I'm taking this 10 minutes for me. Yes, I should be out doing this. I should have said that. I should have done the other. But as the therapist on Headspace said, that should statement is not going to lead us to then go and do the thing that we should have done. It's not going to lead us to make better choices. It's not going to help us make the choices to, hang cooler decorations or make more special memories. Whatever the should is telling you. Because generally, when we hear a should inside, the only thing we're feeling is bad. We're not going to make smart choices after that, are we? So it's really a call to, to bring more care to yourself, a call to bring more compassion, especially surrounded by it. And we don't necessarily choose to celebrate it, but a lot of us are surrounded by it, and it's in your face everywhere you go. The Perfect Christmas, that subtitle. I remember seeing it on the catalogue of a local supermarket, a nationwide supermarket, in fact, and it said, "How to get the perfect Christmas." And of course, it's aimed at people like me, who are maybe the head of a family, might be cooking the meal on the 25th or on the 24th. If you're everything else first, your job is to make it perfect. Your job is to do it perfectly. you know so we're just paying attention to that message, to those messages. We're just paying attention to them and getting aware of them. And sometimes they can really help. They can help kind of channel a load of stuff out onto your pages. And oftentimes, just being aware, all of those messages. But if it's a problem for you, especially at this time of year, when people use the word perfect, or you have to do it right, or you should be doing it, I always say bring your shoulds to the morning pages. It's really, really vital. Bring the shoulds, whatever it happens to be. What are pages? I have been doing pages all weekend, between one thing and another, and I've started filling out one of my lovely Eason hardbacks, and I think I'm just going to keep this only for morning pages. Pages, and for kind of that kind of private stuff that I just want to think through and process on my own, you know. And often I don't necessarily do pages at the weekend, but I often sit and have a chat with myself and write out the answers, write out the options. Here's action number one, Nicola, and here's action number two, and here's action number three. And it's a great way of me kind of just taking a moment for myself and sitting with something difficult and trying to work it out my way rather than going with this or going onto a website. What does a psychologist say we should do in this case? It's just nice instead to tune into what Nicola says, to what your soul says, you know, and that's what this practice is all about, is tuning into this wisdom, this soul, you know. So make friends with that. Make friends with that soul, with that source of wisdom, with that self that you still are inside. Make a connection. This might look like, are they backwards? Probably. A lot of the time it's just like yesterday, this morning, it was like, don't start guessing. She is there. She is there. She is there. A lot of repetition. You know what I mean? Now go do the work. Go do the work. Go, go, go. Go do the work. Go do the work. Go. All right. So a lot of the time, in order to kind of really reassure myself or get more confident with what I'm doing, I'm repeating words to myself so that they kind of. So we're going to start our pages shortly. Okay. Get either one color pen or two color pens. Sometimes I like to review with a second color, you know. Okay, but let's not be precious about it. Who do we have on? We have Mandakini. Hiya, Mandakini. Happy birthday. I saw on Facebook. Thank goodness for Facebook. I saw that you celebrated a birthday, so hopefully you had a lovely day and felt good and well and happy. Yeah, Mandakini says it's a bit like cheerleading for oneself. It's absolutely, like, sometimes it feels like we only have ourselves in the plans that we have. I'm a really bad collaborator. I'm really, really bad at working with other people. Even in my marriage, I tend to just go solo, for better or worse. And often that means my thoughts are solitary, and my thoughts feel very isolated from other people, and my feelings feel very isolated from other people, you know. So and it is like cheerleading, you know. Go, 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 go do the work, go do the thing, Nicola, you know. And then, yeah, the cheerleading really starts. It starts going, I believe in you, and all this crack, you know, stuff that I would never have done in the past, or I would have poo-pooed, you know. But really, what's in you can't stay hidden. It has to come out. What's in you just has to come out. And I've always been a bit of a cheerleader. I've always been a little bit too enthusiastic, especially for other people. And now it's time to be enthusiastic for myself, you know. Mandakini, thanks so much. I know I got caught the other day. I was out walking. There was someone walking behind me, and I was like, oh my God, what did I just say? Thankfully, they're all friendly around here, okay? So let's make a start on our pages. Grab your pens. We only do this for 10 minutes. So we're not getting too worried about it. Okay? Grab your pens, grab your bits and pieces. As quick or as slow as you want, as legible or as illegible as you want, okay? We talk in fragments. There's no punctuation. We're not showing this to anyone, all right? So the more we do this, the more safety you'll see in this. But take it from me that right now, there's great safety in this practice. And I know that's hard to believe. I know that's really hard to believe sometimes, but there is great safety in this practice because this gets shown to nobody. And if you want to rip it out, don't be precious about this, okay? These go. You can throw them out in the recycling if you like. You can burn them in the stove. Let's not be precious about it, okay? You are safe here. All right. So with that, we will start our pages. Are you ready? Vamos. Okay, let's go. 10 minutes of your stream of consciousness starting from now. Okay, that's it. If you want to stick with the same color, that's fine. Let's go back over, review insights, things you want to remember, or other important things. Okay, your 1 minute to start that, same color or otherwise, is now. Okay, and go. Oh, jeepers. Even get the half of that done now, to be honest. I was just kind of focused on one thing that came out at the very end, and I didn't get to review any of the rest. But anyway, I shall accept that. Okay, well done, everybody. That's it, your 10 minutes, your 10 minutes of connection. And as much as we feel the urge to stick with this and to go back and add more time and more time and more time, we're just going to stick with this imperfect feeling and focus on, we are doing Monday to Thursday, and then on Friday we're doing the usual longer one. Okay, anything else I can do for you, either drop me a message here or drop me a private mail. Okay, we're going to do our 3 deep breaths. And again. Last one, let's make it audible. And out. And I'd swear my shoulders go back a bit more than they usually do. Guys, thanks very much for joining me. This is vital to our creative practice, just making this little bit of space, like a little bit of connection. I applaud you. I applaud you for your work today. I applaud you for giving yourself this time, for me giving myself this time. Believe me, there's lots of shoulds. There's a lot of shoulds in my life at the moment. There always is, isn't there? I know there's shoulds in your life as well. Okay. The 3rd of December. Oh, we might just talk some more perfect tomorrow. A lot more perfect for the month of December, or hibernation. We can talk about either of those things. All right. All the best. Bye. See you tomorrow.